Stop scrolling for just 1 minute, because what you're about to hear could save you from losing everything you have. Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that every kobo you have worked for over the last few years is gone. Not because your bank was robbed. Not because your house caught fire. But because you trusted the wrong person on social media. Now imagine that person is not an ordinary Nigerian. Imagine it is one of the biggest music stars in Africa. That is exactly why millions of people were left in shock when Bella Shmurda suddenly appeared on Instagram Live looking like a completely different person. This wasn't the confident, energetic street pop star fans know and love. There was no music, no jokes, no expensive lifestyle, no celebrity swagger. Instead, there was a young man fighting back tears, his voice shaking with pain as he desperately tried to explain how everything had fallen apart. For many people watching, it was difficult to believe what they were seeing. Bella Shmurda, a man who has performed on international stages, signed major deals, and built one of Nigeria's biggest music brands, looked completely helpless. Then he dropped a statement that instantly sent social media into a frenzy. According to him, he had just lost $4 million. Not 4 million naira. $4 million. Money he said he spent years working for. Years of sleepless nights. Years of recording music. Years of touring. Years of building a career that millions admire. And in what felt like the most heartbreaking moment of the live stream, he cried out that he couldn't believe he had worked so hard only to lose $4 million just like that. You could hear the frustration. You could hear the fear. And above all, you could hear genuine regret. Bella explained that he believed he was making one of the smartest investments of his life. Like many successful Nigerians, he wanted to put his money into real estate, believing land would continue to increase in value. Everything looked legitimate. The documents appeared convincing. The conversation sounded professional. The seller seemed trustworthy. Nothing looked suspicious. So he went ahead and completed the massive transaction, believing he had secured a valuable property in Lagos. But what happened next turned his dream investment into what could become one of the biggest financial nightmares involving a Nigerian celebrity. Almost immediately after the deal was completed, disturbing information began to surface. The property he had just paid millions of dollars for allegedly didn't belong to the person who sold it to him. It was never theirs to sell. And by the time Bella realized what had happened, it was already too late. The seller had disappeared. Phone calls went unanswered. Messages stopped delivering. Every attempt to reach the person failed. It was as if they had vanished into thin air. In just a matter of days, millions of dollars had reportedly changed hands, while the person behind the transaction had completely gone off the radar. Bella Shmurda was left holding documents that were now being questioned and desperately searching for answers. The emotional weight of that realization was written all over his face during the live stream. This wasn't just about losing money. It was about watching years of sacrifice disappear before his eyes. It was about realizing that even fame, influence, and wealth cannot always protect someone from sophisticated fraud. And perhaps the scariest part of this entire story is that if someone with Bella Shmurda's resources could allegedly fall victim to such a scheme, what chance does the average Nigerian have? Today, scams have evolved. Many no longer happen inside dark rooms or lonely streets. They happen through polished conversations, professional-looking documents, convincing social media profiles, expensive-looking offices, and promises that sound too good to ignore. The internet has made it easier than ever for genuine opportunities to reach people. Sadly, it has also made it easier for criminals to look genuine. For many victims, everything appears normal until the money leaves their account. That is when the nightmare truly begins. As Bella Shmurda's emotional live stream spread across social media, it sparked a bigger conversation across Nigeria. How many people have lost their life savings in similar property deals? How many fake land transactions happen every year without making headlines? How many victims suffer in silence because they are too embarrassed to speak up? Whether every detail of Bella Shmurda's claims is eventually confirmed or investigated further, one thing is already clear. His emotional breakdown has become a powerful reminder that no one is completely immune to fraud. Not celebrities. Not business owners. Not professionals. Not even ordinary Nigerians trying to build a better future. And perhaps that is the most painful lesson of all. Sometimes, the most dangerous trap isn't waiting for you in a dark corner. Sometimes, it's waiting behind a friendly profile picture, a convincing phone call, and an offer that looks like the opportunity of a lifetime.